incubators. So what services or support does incubator provide? So what they do is like they provide mentorship and they provide structured programs. By structured programs, what it means is like they run cohorts, 3 to 4 month cohorts, or even 6 months or 1 year, depending upon the incubator and the sector. They run cohorts where they guide you through each and every stage of your startup, and then give right mentors and right connects to you so that you don't fail in your startup. And then what they do is like they give access to resources. What kind of resources? Spaces, tools, computers, so on and so forth. So they give it at a subsidized rate compared to you going outside and going for a rental space. A space in an incubator will be much more lesser for you. So that's the second benefit. The third benefit comes to networking and connections. The kind of network, the kind of connections, the kind of startups, incubators try to create a small ecosystem within their incubator space. So because of that, you can find collaborators and other networks and startups there within your network. And there will be so many events happening within the incubator that you'll be able to make networks and connections faster rather than you being outside as a separate entity. And the fourth benefit comes to getting seed funding and grants. So seed fundings and grants, it's better that we get it directly instead of getting directly from the government. It is better that we go through an incubator, because incubators have figured out the process, and they'll be eligible for certain level of grants, and then they'll be allotted amount by the particular ministry to distribute the amount. So it is better that we get seed fundings and grants through incubators. And almost 80% of the ministries who provide schemes and grants, they give through incubators. And yes, so this is the overall 4 benefits of the incubator. So, right, we understood what kind of support that incubators provide, but why do incubators exist specifically? What do you understand by the word incubator? So, incubator is a actual term which came from the hospital, as you know. When a mother delivers a premature baby, what happens is like it is kept in incubator support for a few months, so until the baby becomes strong and healthy. So that's the same ideology or the same element which comes to the startups. So in the initial stage of startup growth, the startups will be very weak and they need support. So with the incubators typically provide 18 months of all the support for either a small dilution, a small equity, or a small rental fee. So this is how incubators actually operate. So when it comes to incubators across India, there are around 1,448 incubators across India. And yes, so what you can do is before you approach an incubator, what you need to do is you need to know about all the mentorship, what are all the resources that they have, what are all the funds and grants that that particular incubator has cracked. So what do I mean by that particular incubator has cracked? So in order to distribute a seed fund or a grant, incubator must have some fulfill some criteria. So what an incubator does, like for example, it could be the space, it could be the number of connects, it could be the number of startups, so on and so forth. Some conditions the incubators need to meet. Then they apply to the government, say Ministry of Textiles. Say they apply to the government saying that I am eligible for distributing this grant from Ministry of Textiles, and they make an application, and through that they crack the grant, and now the incubator becomes eligible to distribute the grant to the startups directly, and they will be given a mandate to distribute some amount. So this is how the incubators crack seed funds and grant. So what you can do using our platform, so like this is how the platform looks. So we are currently looking at the YNOS platform. This is the first page of the platform, and once you log in, you will be able to see all these products. So startups, angel investors, VCs, incubators, government funding, and debt funding. The topic that we are going to focus on is incubators right now. So here, if you see here, you can see this is the incubator profile of the YNOS platform. And if you see here, the best angle of the platform is that you can actually filter things out here and then you can find out what incubators will actually help you out. So we have three themes of filters: incubator background, the startup supported, and the incubator performance, how they are performing. So like I'll highlight the key important filters that you will have to apply. So if you can see here, depending upon the state where you are, you can apply the incubator state, the incubator city, and then the host organization type, whether they are central government university or a private university. That will also help in shortlisting your incubator. What kind of recognitions that these incubators have received. For example, if you see, these are the ministries who have actually these are the list of ministries who actually distributes grants and funds. So you can directly apply the ministry details here, and then you can get the eligible grants. So depending upon the sector and what are all the schemes, based on schemes also you can shortlist. And then based on whether they act as an accelerator without any getting any dilution from you, or so that angle also can be filtered. And you can also filter based on the startup sector and also on the incubator performance. So when you look at an incubator, what are all the information that you need to see? I'll show you that. So we will take IITM IC. It's currently the top incubation center across India. So if you see what kind of information first do we have on our platform, we have the founding year, the number of years that this incubator has in actually denotes the experience of the incubator, and then we have the contact information, and then we have the number of startups supported, the percentage funding of startups, how many startups they are actually supporting outside of Chennai. And then yes, we have online description, and then we have all the links so that you can actually reach out to them via different platforms. And then what are all the recognitions? As I mentioned to you earlier, who are all the ministries who have actually given the recognition to the incubator to distribute their grants. So these are mentioned here. And then you can also group the startup supported by the sector, city, and incorporation year. And then what you can do is, like, you can look at the key focus areas. What are all the focus areas? That's your startup match with the focus areas of the particular incubator, that you can check and apply. And then, as I mentioned to you, like the funding schemes that can be checked. So here also you can see who are all the angels who have supported the startups who are already incubated in the IITM IC. So that can also be checked here. And then the VCs, and also the banks and loans where these startups have cracked from. So these are all these all appear here. And if you want to look at the about the IITM IC in detail, you can click on the download PDF option, and then you can have a look at it in detail as well. So this covers the incubation angle of the like of our section. So the next section, what comes